Hi, I'm Terrinique Pennerman, founder of the best-selling naturally curly hair care brand Kurlee Belle and host of the Terrinique Show, a show where we talk about hair, a woman's crowning glory. I'm so happy that you've allowed us to be a part of your hair care journey, and I hope that you enjoy the show. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Terrinique Show. I'm so happy that you guys have decided to join us for yet another episode. On today's episode, we're going to talk about how to identify your scalp type. So just like your skin type, you have a scalp type, and we spend a lot of time on our skincare. There are 10-step skincare routines. Like, what's your routine in the morning and what's your routine at night? And oh my gosh, I went to bed and I didn't do my skincare routine, so I feel guilty. So just as you have a skincare routine or you have a skin type, you also have a scalp type. I have talked about this a lot, just like you would treat your skin, you need to treat your scalp. Will you go days without washing your skin or taking a shower or taking a bath? Why would you go days or weeks without washing your scalp? It's the same thing, because believe it or not, the scalp is a part of the skin. It just has hair growing out of it, or lots of hair. Even if you look at your skin, so if you look at your hands or you look at your arms, people who are more hairy, they have, you can see their hair. You can see the hair, right, on the skin. What happens with the scalp is just that the scalp has a more concentrated, it's a more concentrated area of hair. So you have more hair over your scalp than you would your normal skin. So if you're gonna be doing a 10-step skincare routine, you also need to pay attention to your scalp, because as I love to say, and I know you guys are probably tired of me just repeating and just being so repetitive, as I like to say, if our hair is a garden, then the scalp is the soil, and in order to have healthy, flourishing plants, you need to have a healthy soil. So let's dig in on how to identify our scalp type. So with the skin, you have dry skin, oily skin, or combination, which is known as more of a normal skin type. So same thing with the scalp. You can have an oily scalp, you can have a dry scalp, or a combination scalp. How do you tell what category your scalp falls into? So one of the best ways to tell, and you may already have an idea of what kind of scalp you have. So one of the best ways to tell is after you wash your hair, so 2 days after you shampooed your hair, you want to take a sheet of tissue paper and you want to expose an area of the scalp, and then you're going to put the tissue paper on the scalp, just dab it onto the scalp so that it can get any moisture or anything off of the scalp. Once you look at the tissue paper, you can tell if your hair is dry if there is nothing on the tissue paper, there's zero, nothing, it's just plain old tissue paper. Then you would have dry scalp. If you look at the paper and it has a little bit of a translucent spot, then you know that you have combination scalp. And if the tissue paper is really saturated and you're okay, is my scalp sweating? Why is it so much oil? Then you have oily scalp. So that's an easy way to tell your scalp type. Another thing is you can have a combination of different scalp types on your scalp, right? So you can have the back of your hair, you can notice that it's very dry and it's always flaking, then that area is dry. Or the front of your hair, you can notice that it is oily, and then the middle can be combination. So there is such a thing as having a mixture of scalp types on one scalp. But the good news is we can treat your scalp, whether you have dry and flaky scalp, oily, or a combination. There are things that you can do to treat the scalp. For example, let's start with dry. So with dry hair, you want to use a gentle cleansing shampoo. You don't want to use anything that's clarifying or that's very drying because you already have, a dry scalp. What I would recommend for your dry scalp is to do a hot oil treatment or a pre-poo oil treatment. And this would be just before you shampoo. You would take like an oil blend. We have a good one. It's called our Kurlee Tropical Oils Blend. Yeah, here it is. So it is a mix of like castor oil, jojoba oil, moringa, and avocado oil. These are all really great oils for lubricating and hydrating the scalp. So what you would do is you would take a little bit of the oil and you would massage it into the scalp. So get it in there really good all over the scalp to loosen up, any flakes or any itchy or dry spots. After you've done that, you can leave it on for about 20 minutes or however long you want to. Then you would use your gentle cleansing moisturizing shampoo, and we have a great one. It's our almond and shea butter moisturizing shampoo. So get into the scalp, like wet the hair, and then lather with your fingertips, and just make sure you don't leave any area untouched, because you want to get rid of any kind of dryness or flakes. Another great thing to do with dry scalp is you can also do an exfoliant. So use an exfoliating scrub. We have a great one. It's called our Mask E Scalp Detox. And it's made from apricot, neem, and blueberry. This is like our best kept secret. Like guys, this is so good. And it smells so good. And you can see like the actual, like the neem seeds in there. It's a very good, gentle scalp scrub, which is great for people suffering from dandruff, redness, inflammation. And if you just have an overall like dry scalp situation, it'll be good. It'll be very good for you. So you want to do the pre-poo, and then I would actually do the scalp scrub on top of the pre-poo, and then I would cleanse my hair with the shampoo. So those are the steps you want to use if you have dry scalp. Now, if you have combination scalp, which is considered normal scalp, you don't really have to do so much, but you can do like preventative stuff. For example, you want to be shampooing your hair at least every week or every week and a half, right? So shampoo your hair with a nice moisturizing shampoo. And after you've done that, you can, if you're wearing braids like me, you can just treat your scalp with a nice oil blend, or we have a great new serum that's coming out. It's our Grow Green Hair Stimulating Serum, and it's made from peppermint, cherry blossom, tea tree oil, and green tea extract. And it's just great for getting the blood flowing, and it gives you this nice sensation feel, like this nice cooling sensation feeling on your scalp that gets the blood flowing, that stimulates, hair growth. So you want to get your hands on something like that, and you could use it like every day, once in the morning and once at night. That's how I use it. Or you can use it like every other day. So with a combination scalp, you just want to be cleansing it. You can do an exfoliating scrub like every 2 weeks. You don't have to go crazy with this type of scalp type because, it's a combination. It's not too oily. It's not dry. So you just really have to make sure that you're keeping it clean, and then you can oil it if you have any like areas that feel a little bit dry or that need a little bit extra attention. You can apply some oil to it. And then lastly, if you have an oily scalp, you want to be cleansing your hair at least once a week, or every like 4 days. You would need to you can use a gentle moisturizing shampoo, a sulfate-free shampoo to cleanse the scalp. Because if you have oily scalp, chances are you're a person that sweats a lot. So if you sweat a lot, your hair will become more, dirtier faster, or you will have, your hair will be a bit matted faster. So you want to keep your hair clean by at least shampooing every 4 days. So shampoo your hair. You can also do a nice exfoliating scrub every week, or every time you shampoo, you can do a full exfoliating scrub. If you have oily hair, you don't really need to use that many oils or anything like that on the scalp, because your scalp is already like overproducing natural sebum. So actually you're in a great position for having like really nourished hair, so nourished and shiny hair. So you don't have to really do a lot of the things that someone with a dry scalp would have to do, where you have to use more products. Your main focus will just be keeping the scalp clean, using a sulfate-free shampoo so that you don't get, build up in terms of like dandruff, or you don't get like bacteria and fungi building up on the scalp, which can cause it to become inflamed or red. So you want to just shampoo at least once a week. Combination scalp, you can shampoo every week and a half, and then dry scalp, you kind of want to shampoo and exfoliate every week and a half, or every week if you would like, depending on how many flakes. If you have a lot of flakes, usually people with dry scalp, they notice like they can't when they wear black, is like the whole shoulder is just so embarrassing because of flakes. So you'll probably have to shampoo more often, so maybe every week. But combination, you can get away with shampooing every week and a half. So I hope that this was helpful to you. Again, the 3 scalp types are dry scalp, combination scalp, and oily scalp. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, like, follow, share, and subscribe. We are the Terrinique Show everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, the Terrinique Show. Have a great day.